Hey, hello. I hope you're all having a very awesome day. Welcome to the episode 2 of Action Reaction. Well, mail call came early today, and what you see is the new line of the Mandalorian Star Wars Black Series figures, which includes Grief Karga, Quill, and Moff Gideon. I got all of them from Hasbro Pulse, and what you also see is Ray, which was the Dark Side Ray, which I sort of packed from Target today. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and look at these figures. So, the way I'm going to split it out is probably working on one figure per video since Mandalorian Season 2 is out and everybody has got a chance to see it. Let's look at the big baddie, Moff Gideon. So, Action Reaction presents a figure review for Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon, as portrayed by the fantastic Giancarlo Esposito, was a human male who served as an officer in the Imperial Security Bureau, which was a law enforcement and intelligence agency of the Galactic Empire. What we saw in Mandalorian was he was in the possession of the mythical dark saber, which gave any Mandalorian the power to rule the Mandalore. What you see in this figure is that exact version of the dark saber. Gideon got the dark saber at around 9 ABY, that is after the Battle of Yavin, and using that he rose to the position of a Moff and currently is leading a remnant of, or I would say currently was leading a remnant of the fallen empire. He sort of was the person behind the events of the Mandalorian season 1 as well as season 2, wherein he was the main client who sort of needed the possession of the child, or Grogu as we now know him. He also sort of created the events by which at the end of season 2 he had acquired the blood sample of Grogu, and what we see is he is still alive at the end of season 2 and he somehow is responsible, and this is purely speculation, he will be responsible for rising of Snoke. Again, we'll know it in the future seasons what exactly happens, but as of now let's take a look at the figure of Moff Gideon. So as with the Wave 4, you see the figure in the brand new packaging with a mosaic of Moff Gideon. He's titled number 8 for the Mandalorian line, and his bio says Imperial Moff Gideon is fiercely determined to capture a specific quarry. Clever and formidable, Gideon values power and knowledge. So this is the entirety of the box. Just by looking at it, the box is what steals the attention, and what is included is the figure of Moff Gideon, a blaster and a dark saber. So let's go ahead and open this and get it out. Okay, so here I am opening. Since I'm an out of box collector, I'm not sure how I'm going to use this fantastic packaging, but let's see. The fans and the nerds are creative, and I'll find a way to use this, probably create a series of book which captures this mosaic and creates the entire picture. Now here is the man, and this is pretty much what we get: the action figure, dark saber, and a blaster, coming up with Hasbro's instructions. Okay, let's keep it out. Let's bring this out as soon as possible. Woo, the dark saber. This is one of the excellent piece, and I just hope I can get the real life replica of dark saber. It's sort of quite expensive, so I'm not sure if the wife agrees, but let's see. Let's get out the blaster, and finally the Moff Gideon. Oh, okay, this is what Hasbro has been doing. The cape always comes away from the actual figure, All right. So let's say bye-bye to these plastic cartons. Let's set our stage with the actual figure of Moff Gideon. Let's go at the dark saber first because this is something that has caught my attention and I always wanted to own. I do not know if I want to get two of them so that maybe Moff Gideon has it and Din Djarin has it, and I don't know, create a fictional battle between both of them. But yep, Moff Gideon, the figure. This is quite so the photoreal technology. This is beautiful. He looks the skin color, the tone, everything. It looks like the actor. Yep. And all the slight details that I see, I have to actually go ahead and look at the figure or the photo of the actual thing to compare it as soon as possible. But that's not our purpose. Our purpose is probably just exploring the action figure, seeing how it performs, how it articulates, how it poses, and whether it will be a addition to my ever glowing figures gallery. All right, standing first. Yep, out of figure, it does stands quite right. And of course, the problem with Hasbro, the legs, they sort of never align. Yep, I had the same problem with the Dino White Thunder that you see in the background. But yeah, Hasbro is the only big player out so far, so all hell Hasbro. All right, let's just push it out for some time. Let's keep them out. Let's see how this articulates. So in terms of his head, yeah, he goes all the way around. There is no much movement above and he goes this much below. So yes, even though the head turns, there is no up or down. Not a large range of variety when it comes to up or down. But let's see, since he is the arrogant Moff, I don't think so he's always going to look down on the people. So hopefully I find something that I keep him in this place. Let's look at his hand. Yep, this is how much it goes. Turns the entire, it doesn't have the wiggle to move his hand. But yeah, for a blaster action, this looks good. Same with the left hand. It's wiggling around. No butterfly action. Yeah, and this is the maximum it can go in. Let's have a look at his leg. Okay, not a lot of room. I don't see double jointed hinges over here, just single jointed. Yeah, so this is how he can go. This is how much he can go. Yep, Moff, on your knees. On your knees, Moff. And of course, he's not going to stand. He has a chest articulation. It's good, but I don't see that much of a variation that will help me stand him. Oh, but he does go down. Let's see. Okay, this is the range of the moment and the blaster is not sort of avoiding anything. Let's look at his hand. This is how it goes. Turns around. That's pretty nice. Okay, but not really a lot that we can do with the articulation. I mean, there would be some poses that this guy can put up, but not a lot of variety that I can see. And again, I'm just a novice in terms of posing these guys. Probably there are a few who can manage to articulate them well. So far, that's not me. This is his back look. Does look regal. His back. Let's have a look on his side. His chest piece on. We have his blaster already in the holster. Let's give him the legendary dark saber. See, oh, for some reason I'm always afraid of this. I had the Cassian. He had similar kind of hinges and I just sort of broke it out. But I'm assuming that was an old figure. So it must have had some wear and tear within the box sitting down and I was not careful. So again, it does pretty much that's his basic pose. Let's see. Let's try some action pose. Okay, yeah. This is not going to be kind to me. What? Not unlike Moff. I don't know. For some reason, I always try to pose my figures into this particular pose. Not understanding that he's not a Mandalorian. He's not a regular Joe who's going to go for this action pose. I think somewhat I'm thinking is maybe a more regalist pose. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this does not come, and I do not know why this is the problem. But yes, Moff Gideon thinking. Let's have escape to add that excellent regal pose. Okay, yes, Moff Gideon thinking. Should I? Shouldn't I? Where is child? Oh, all right. Let's see if we can get them in two hands. Oh, this cape. I mean, I do not know what is the problem with these capes. They never stick around. I think I'll just have to super glue it and stick it around. Yeah. Come on, Moff. You're not anything without your cape. The cape adds all the regality to you. Okay. So, pretty much, yeah, here. Not sort of a natural pose, but not bad. And if he's going up against Mando, let's see. Can he stick up to this pose? Yes, he can very well stick up to the pose. Yep. This is nice. I actually love. I am more. I mean, I don't think so. There are a lot of ways that we can put out this figure, but he is sort of a Moff. I don't think so. Fighting is something that he would want to do. He is a tactician. He is a commander. He is a Moff. He is brilliant. He is cunning. He's witty. So I mean, if you have those characteristics, I don't think so. You want to go ahead and spar with your opponents. I don't think so. What I think was, does this come out? Oh, yes, it does. All right, this is nice. Okay, so we can sort of pose him, but of course, I don't see anything to put the Darksaber hilt. Hasbro, you need to really think about this. There should be some place. I mean, I don't care about a blaster, but a Darksaber, that is like one of the most critical elements or one of the most critical weapons in the Star Wars canon now. I mean, come on, considering its history, you guys are sort of screwing it around. I don't like it. And yeah, I'm screwing the weapon as well. Yep, so this thing always needs to go in his hand. Otherwise, I just sort of lead it or lend it to Mando, since at the end of season 2 he is the original owner of the Darksaber now, since he won it fair and square. Okay, let's have a pose with his blaster. And I would say that this is not a figure for those complicated poses, but with with Moff, I think we should always stick to the regal poses. I do not know how I can sort of work on, but this is not a pose that you might get with escape on. Let's try it out. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, the escapes, if they would have given a, oh, okay, not bad. This is not bad. He can sort of stand in the, this is my Thrawn pose for some reason. Yeah. So I can put him next to Thrawn and, have all those Grand Moff Tarkin, Admiral Thrawn, Moff Gideon. Yep. An Emperor in between. Yeah, this will work. Let's take a look at how he comes with all his accessories out. So let's see if the Darksaber is a good fit in his left arm. You know what? Let's look at the cape for a second. I mean, it's your regal cape, red inside with a black border, a complete black. I mean, if we add some weathering to it, it would look a bit nice. But this is the in general thing. Let's see compared to figure. Yeah, he has those matches. If I look at this figure out there, it will be easier to compare because I'm assuming this is something that's very close to the source material. So yes, he has those two slots. There is sort of buckles that are available here. Yep, a buckle over on his belt. I'm assuming this is his belt. Gloves, yeah, and yep, just standing. Let's see if the Darksaber goes in his left hand. Considering a normal figure, it should go in quite sufficiently. Just to get a totality of this poses. Oops, let's sort of screw it around. Let's see how this works. Come on, go in. Yes. So a warrior pose if you wanna. Let's take a look if he can stand up this pose. Yep, no, it will need. Yeah, I do not know why they sort of wiggle out. Yeah, this is going to take some time, or I need a smooth surface. No, pretty much better. Let's add his cape. Let's see how this works out. Yeah, this is going to take some time. Nope. And I do not enjoy Hasbro's, if you see the Bandai Dino Ranger, I mean, his legs were just awesome. He stands up effortlessly. I think this is something that Hasbro nearly really needs to work on. Their legs, sometimes they come out just wobbly. And why can't we have sort of a base plate to sort of stand these figures out? I mean, Hasbro, take $1. I mean, 50 cents. Dollar is too much, but take 50 cents and provide those to us. Right, let's see how he looks. Yeah, pretty much what we want. Let's remove the box. See the entities. Yes, this guy is a charmer. This guy oozes the bad factor. Yep. So I think this is it. This is my review. So overall, I think this is a very good figure. With the normal complaints about the wobbly legs. Is one leg shorter? Don't, I'm not sure. I feel the left leg is a bit shorter as compared to the right leg. Or maybe, no, I'm just imagining things. Yeah, but overall, this is a good figure. As again, with the Hasbro figures, their legs are always sort of something that disappoints. They are never stable, but as compared to the various poses that this guy can put in, yeah, I think this is a solid figure. And the Darksaber is surely a show stealer. I would love to have this on my Mando. I do not know if I'll be getting another Moff Gideon so that I have another version of Darksaber. Yeah, no, $20 is too much for that. But again, I got this from Hasbro Pulse. I think it came out in January I'm not sure, but I think it was supposed to have a late release date somewhere around April, but I think things got moved a bit. So, yep, I am overall happy with this figure. He looks nice, he looks regal, and he will take the center stage in my sort of a small Mandalorian setup that I have. Moff Gideon. Ladies and gentlemen, the Moff is in the house. So again, this is Ash. This was episode 2 featuring the review for Moff Gideon. And my next review, I'm not sure. I'm going to do some figure on Mandalorian, probably Kui or Grief Karga. Let's see. So signing out. Thank you. Be safe.